Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Alice and as promised, today we are going to unbox together my Todd's custom-made order. Now I will first do a proper unboxing and showing you the shoes, and then I will walk you through the whole custom-made process, just for your information in case you're curious what it is, you're considering it, etc, etc. As always, there's going to be timestamps below, and without further ado, let's get into it. So as always, they do come with this big orange Todd's bag. You do have the receipt in this envelope. Obviously, I'm not going to show it to you because it's personal details. Then you have the box, and as you can see, the custom made, instead of having the orange and the logo in brown, it's inverted. So the box is brown and the logo is orange, which is pretty cool. If you open them, inside you have the dust bag, again with the brown and orange, and it's a quite silky material, so it's quite luxurious and it will protect your shoes. Tissue paper, tissue paper, tissue paper. You have some extra shapers here. And inside you have an extra leaflet with general information on the shoes and how to take care of them and clean them. In another dust bag you have the shoes. So these are the Gommino driver shoes, which is their most iconic and honestly most comfortable pair of shoes. Now it's a custom-made order, so that means that I chose everything about these shoes. I personally chose a leather that is really soft because I want them to be a daily shoes and very comfortable. But I chose a grainier leather. I know that a lot of people prefer the smooth lambskin because it's a lot more luxurious. Personally, I prefer grainier leather in general, but they are also a lot more durable. They show scratches a lot less. So in terms of having a daily shoes, this is actually a better choice. I wanted a base in white because this is a color that I use basically every day in summer, and I wanted something that was neutral enough to be a daily shoes and use on an everyday basis. But then I played around with the stitching and with the gommino, so I have the stitching in bright orange. And the gommino in military green, and I think that the combination is just so fun and so playful and perfect for summer, but at the same time it's subtle enough that I can still wear it with basically everything because it's not too much in your face. It's not like having a bright orange pair of shoes. So for me that was absolutely perfect. In terms of personalization, as I said, you can truly choose every single element of your shoes. So when you go in the store, you will be given a massive folder with a lot of samples of all the different elements of the shoes. And then they also give you an iPad on which they combine all the different elements together to build a 3D model of your shoes so that you have an idea of what it will look like. And then of course you can play around with the different elements to test it out and see what it will look like and what you prefer. So in terms of what you can choose, I already mentioned you can choose the type of leather and the color. You can choose the color of the stitching, the color of the gommino, and you can also choose the color of the inside and of the inside logos, although there is a little bit less choice from what I remember. It's not that you can choose, I don't know, bright orange. And then you can also choose the buckle. I went for the absolute classic one. That's just, it is honestly my favorite, but you can also choose to have like the big T or other metal buckles. As you prefer, and if I'm not wrong, you can even choose if you want, you know, the moccasin fringes to put on. And then finally, you can also choose if you want your initial stamped. And again, you can choose between different type of stamps and different places where to put them. A couple of extra information. I went to the shop. You can actually do that also online if you want to. The process is very similar, but instead of having a folder you have all the options online, and then on the side you can basically see the shoe being built. Now personally, I would recommend you to go in store if you never bought anything from Tod's before, and that's simply because their sizing can be quite particular. In my experience, they size down quite a lot. For reference, I'm normally 37.5, and for this one I had to go 36.5, so an entire size down. So consider that this is a custom order, so you cannot send them back if the size is wrong. So most definitely go in the shop before and be very, very sure that you're picking the right size. On the good note though, I noticed that their sizing is extremely consistent, which means that even though it is quite different from other brands and other shoes, within Tod's all the different styles run the same size basically. I tried almost everything before settling on the gommino, and in every single style I had the 36.5, which means that if you already have Tod's, if you already try them on, then you can be quite comfortable in ordering them in your regular size. And finally, in terms of price, the made-to-order costs 660 euros, while the regular gommino costs 550 euros. So they are around about 100 euro more of what you would pay for the regular gommino that you would just find in the shop. Now, of course, this is a lot of money on a pair of shoes, and I'm absolutely aware that not everyone is either able or willing to pay that much money for a pair of shoes, which is absolutely fine. I totally get it. And I will try to put down below a decent alternative. Keep in mind though that if you don't want the personalization, you can find Tod's shoes for like 30 or 40 bucks second hands. And otherwise there are a lot of artisans that make handmade shoes that are absolutely beautiful. Keep in mind that the majority of the price here goes in the brand, so you can find something very, very similar for a lot less if you go to an artisan that is not a designer big brand name. And that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribe to my channel. I do all content about how to build your perfect and elegant wardrobe, but in a more realistic and sustainable way. So if you're interested in that, I would love to have you back. And until then, stay safe and bye!